Episode 2
of crime. Okay.
Great. Of crime.
Of crime.
Yeah.
This one.
Stuff. Crime stuff.
Crime and stuff.
So this is our first foreign.
I don't think we said stuff in the entire first episode.
Nah. Well, we haven't fully decided that was still going to be under the stuff heading.
Oh, isn't it?
But I think we've done it
We're going to
now
have to
anyway.
make a new heading?
Yeah, that was
Things.
that was original.
Now we've got to think of words.
Shit, I don't want to do acronyms.
This horrible... Oh, the horrible incidents.
Suck. These horrible incidents suck.
Yeah.
You put the N and the G.
I don't care about that. I just wrote this.
You did. You could be this.
Yeah, I mean, there's these horrible incidents never go somewhere.
I think it'll just be stuff.
Stuff.
I've made a folder now, so.
I mean, the folder's got a word on
It's
it.
crime stuff. We're in crime
Crime
stuff.
We're in crime stuff now. So this one, you might know.
Here we go.
It is the Hinterkaifeck murders. I think I said that right. It's German. So this is our first foreign episode, essentially.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna try and do more foreign stuff.
Uh-huh.
Mix it in with the Australian stuff.
Shall we?
Eventually. Hinterkaifeck farm was located between the towns of Ingolstadt and Schrodenbausen, north of Munich
Fucking
in
I like
Germany.
how you say it with a German accent.
I did say
Ingolstadt
Munich.
and Hugenbausen. And Munich.
Munich.
In Germany.
In Munich.
So in 1922, the farm was home to the Gruber family.
Oh, I think I know this one.
Ooh, the Grubers.
The Andre
Das Grubers!
Andre Gruber, who was 63, his wife Kazia, 72,
Gruber.
His son
Gruber.
Elroy.
Their daughter,
She's our Gruber. Right over Mickey Mouse.
I couldn't work out.
That was true.
Jesus.
What the fuck are you
See
doing?
the Steamboat Willie.
Back to it.
I
Stop.
was trying to work out the extra note I added here, but it's widow. Their widowed daughter, Victoria Gruber, 35, and her children, Kazia, not to be mistaken for her mother, who was 7, and Joseph, who was 2. So she had a
Mother
mother
was 7?
Kazia, and she had a daughter Kazia. So she named the daughter after her mother, but they didn't call her Junior, because apparently you don't do that with women.
No, you don't do that with women.
So, really, hostile about that.
Fuck you. Fuck them.
Right? They also had their
I'm already going down for fucking... For, what was the first thing I was going down for?
Murdering.
Murder.
It was murder. What did I say in this
Racism?
episode? It wasn't racism.
Racism.
Was it racism?
I don't know. Can't even remember now.
This
I don't
episode.
know, but I already made enemies in this episode, and now it's women.
Yeah. And they also had their maid, Maria Baumgartner.
Baumgartner.
Oh, it's actually Baumgartner. Baumgartner.
Maria Baumgartner.
Whose predecessor quit 6 months earlier due to claims the farm was haunted.
Getting picked on because her name is Baumgartner.
Yeah.
It was Baum. Well, that's the other maid.
Baumgartner.
Baumgartner was the new maid, who they don't give an age for.
Was she a gardener?
No. That's actually funny, because Baumgartner is the name of 2 characters from Ultimate Spider-Man. There was a mother and daughter, and they made things explode. So they were the bombshells.
With gardens, I'm assuming.
Doesn't
They
have
have
anything
a
to do
form.
This doesn't have anything to do with crime.
No, but they were criminals,
Great.
and they were more powerful when they were together. But then the daughter started to hate the mother, and then fell in love with Spider-Man. It was, yeah.
There's
that could be our next
there's a bit
series.
of Spider-Man law?
Spidey law.
Spidey law. So, let's get into the haunting anyway.
Here we go.
So, the previous maid claimed to have heard...
Haunting? Isn't this crime?
Possibly both. So,
We've crossed over into paranormal
yeah,
already.
the previous maid claimed to have heard movement, particularly in the attic at night, and even voices that didn't belong to any of the family,
Damn, no.
as well as a sensation of being watched. So,
Being watched.
yeah, she
Being
didn't...
washed.
So, she,
Sensation of
quit,
being
basically. She was like, I ain't dealing
Fuck
with
this
ghosts.
place, it's
Fuck
haunted.
this shit, I'm out.
Yeah.
She's
So
fucking
she's like,
boosted.
"Man,
And rolls away.
I got a picture of the farm. There's a picture of the farm.
Looks haunted already.
Yes.
Just by looking at this
Here's the
picture
attic.
here.
Black on black on
Look
black.
at this picture.
This is what happens when you print stuff in black and white that was already black and
This is what
white.
I'm fucking working with. Look at this picture.
These cost me 20 cents per page. It was 80 cents for fucking color, okay?
I
Sorry that
own
you
a
wasted your
printer.
money.
Yeah, well, shut up. I own a printer
Next time.
too, but it's exploded with ink.
Oh, mine isn't.
Well, that's your farm, and this
Is your attic.
is the attic,
And this is the family.
or vice versa.
No, fuck.
Well, that looks haunted as fuck.
Yeah, these-
Look at this fucking shit right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
Oh,
fucking
maybe.
creepy, actually. I don't think it looked that bad.
Is that a birdhouse? Is that
I
attached-
don't know.
Is that attached to the house?
It's hard to say.
I don't know.
Where
There
was
could
this
be
taken?
somewhere. There could be like Munich or somewhere.
Oh, you're right.
It's
This
just like a
picture was
family photo.
family.
Yeah, like
in
they
front of
don't
their
have to be on the
house.
farm. They didn't just live on the farm exclusively.
Well, I mean,
No.
they would have had to have brought the cameraman all the way out with a big box. That goes,
it was 1922. So there's
fucking time.
some images.
So they didn't have camera phones then.
No, sadly not. They did not
Just
exist for
text it all
another 10
over.
years.
10 years.
Yeah,
Camera
Nazis
phones.
made them.
22. Camera phones.
Yeah, Nazis made camera phones.
Did we know this?
Today, I was this many years old.
When I learned that Nazis made camera phones.
What?
Is this new news? What happened? You need to elaborate on this. You can't just drop
No, I totally can.
Nazis made camera phones and then not talk about it.
Absolutely can.
But 5 minutes on Spider-Man law. Fuck. Like, this is important stuff.
But fucking Lara
God
is
damn it,
fucking
now he's
awesome
got to leave
character.
some of that fucking Spider-Man lore in.
Yeah, dude.
Just cut back to it.
I'm not gonna speed it up.
I'm trying.
So
now-
anyway,
Oh, call police.
so months after the first maid quit, Andre, who didn't believe her at all, didn't think there was any ghosts. He did then confide in his neighbors, however, that he had found footprints in the snow leading up to the house, but not away from the house.
Oh, so he's in the attic.
One
Great.
direction.
Yeah, yeah.
That one direction.
There was
That's fucked
also
up.
a strange newspaper was found in the house.
Isn't that a horror story?
It's getting up there pretty horrible. Yeah.
He's standing behind me. He keeps getting closer, but there's no footprints in the snow.
Mhm.
Oh, he's in the reflection of the glass.
Ah, there's a strange
I mean,
newspaper.
this case
is...
there was footprints in the snow though.
Leading to the
But
house.
there's none leading
But
away.
not away.
None away.
And
Which
then
means
he
he's
walks
still in
back-
the house.
Or he walked backwards
Oh,
through
yeah,
those
he might have like walked to tiptoe.
Backwards.
Yeah, backwards. That could work.
Did they follow the footprints all the way to where they fucking came
I guess
from?
not, because he didn't
Just
really
like the
elaborate
neighbors-
beyond that.
fucking
It was just
neighbor's
like
house.
it was just like with the neighbors, like there were fucking footprints coming in my house, and there was a newspaper, and also some keys were stolen. That's the next bit I was gonna get to, but I didn't go check. So
What was this about newspaper?
there was a new strange newspaper found in the house.
Right, strange as in it
Like
was
he
in
didn't.
English
no,
and they were like,
no
"The
one
fuck
brought
is
it.
German?
Like no one had brought it in.
Okay.
Like no one in
There's
the
like
family was
18
like,
people in
is
this
our
fucking
newspaper.
house. You think one of them wouldn't bring in just a random newspaper and not
Well, I
tell
mean,
anyone?
I mean,
I suppose
there's-
they've got no money and newspapers cost a lot of...
and they probably also like asked. He wouldn't have
Yeah.
just been like, I didn't bring this in. No one else could
I
have.
spent my entire
All the
year's
rest of
wage
them
on
are
this
women.
newspaper.
Women can't buy newspapers.
Women can't read.
So, yeah, they were pretty cool though. So this all led him to being like, I am a little concerned because the footprints and the keys and the newspaper.
And all this shit. that
So
doesn't
he
matter.
borrowed a gun from his neighbor, LORENZ SCHLITTENBAUER, a lover of his daughter Victoria.
Schlitz.
Oh.
So
The lover.
Victoria and Lorenz were getting it on.
I bet they were.
She was widowed. Did he kill the husband?
Okay, we'll get to the husband a bit later, but basically the husband died in World War One.
Oh, okay.
Where?
So,
That's a downer.
oh, did he?
Wop, wop,
that was really quite tough.
He was really sneaking around in the snow,
Leaving
footprints everywhere,
newspapers.
and sleeping in the attic.
Yeah, of course. Well, what else are you gonna do after you apparently died in World War One?
Apparently.
Apparently. On March 31st, the family was slaughtered with a mattock.
With a what?
Mattock. So it's a pickaxe, but with that like flat end. My dad has one.
That's a cool story. Felt like I was there.
Look it up. We got Google over here.
So,
Mattock tool.
Madoc. Ah!
I pictured it when you said it.
So it's a hoe.
You're a hoe.
Kind of, but it's also.
It's got a pickaxe on it. It's like an old miner's pickaxe.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
much a good like
Yeah,
farming
yeah,
tool.
there's gold in them hills. That's what it is.
Yeah. So they were all slaughtered by one of those. An old like 1922
Say
version
all,
of that.
everybody?
Yeah, the whole family.
Everybody's dead.
The whole family. And the maid.
Oh, that's
They're all
good.
dead.
That's
I don't
nice.
remember that bit.
So,
Everyone's dead.
though this
Everyone's dead.
would not be known until the 4th of April, once
When
neighbours
did that-
became a little bit suspicious and none of them had been seen.
Bad smell.
So
coming
that's
the oven.
from 31st to the 4th, so that's like 5 days.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not too, like, literally the main
thought it
reason
was
they
like
realized
months.
was
Yeah.
the daughter Kazuya. I don't know how to say that in German. And also it's an A with an umlaut, and I have no idea how to pronounce that.
Doesn't the umlaut just mean you pronounce like you hard pronounce the letter?
It might be.
Isn't it A?
So it'd be Ka.
Like you, like Führer's got an
Ka-
umlaut over the
Yeah,
U.
that's
so
true.
it's Führer.
So it'd be Kazuya.
Is that what it is?
I guess, maybe.
Is that what an umlaut does?
I don't fucking know.
Look up Lois the Cop, I'll tell you. But anyway, so yeah, they became suspicious when she wasn't like turning up at school. They were like, hang on a minute.
She had been 5 days.
So, because the thing
She
was,
might be
everyone
dead.
assumed the family was still alive because there was smoke and stuff.
Yeah, well, you would assume they're still alive, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Your first jump wouldn't be like, I haven't seen them in a few days.
Dead.
They've probably all been murdered
It's my
with
first
a
jump.
fucking pickaxe with a flat end on it.
I don't
That's
see.
it.
I can't remember what it was called.
Matic.
Okay, a Madoc.
But if I don't see people for 3 hours, I pretty much assume they're dead.
Oh, well, I'm not going to see them again, doesn't matter.
That's pretty much my assumption. That's why I assume NSYNC's been dead for fucking years.
Man, it's NSYNC since the last time you saw him on, like, Simpsons.
Yeah. So yeah, a search party was sent out, which was led by LORENZ SCHLITTENBAUER, the lover of Victoria.
That was
The
the
neighbour.
neighbor.
before.
The neighbour, yeah.
Yep.
Um,
The one whose gun he borrowed.
Yep. Which may become important. And they discovered the bodies of Andre, Victoria, and her daughter Kazuya lying together in the barn, covered in hay. I have a picture of that.
Oh, great.
There were also worse pictures. I picked the nicest one. It's also very dark.
Okay, so
I
it's
can
like
there-
kind of make out a corpse here.
nice and close.
And there's
Cow?
hands.
So there's like 2 bodies in
Is
that
that the
photo
pickaxe?
at least that you can see.
I can see one body.
Okay.
There's one there and there's one there.
I can't see
The BuzzFeed Unsolved thumbnail shows them a bit easier. That's literally the
We'll
thumbnail.
fucking cut to that then. Thanks, BuzzFeed. We've stolen all your ideas and now your pictures too.
Yeah, still all shit. They like even enhance them, they like outline
I
it.
can't fucking work that out. But I can
No,
see that one.
I can see
too.
that guy. Yeah, that,
Yeah.
that guy's
There
there.
is 2 there.
I believe you.
There's actually 3 there, but you can see 2 pretty clearly. So yeah, they were found together. Then they discovered that the maid Maria had been murdered in her room and the baby Joseph had been slain in his crib.
Wow, that's fucked up.
So yeah,
It's the
they
first
went
dead
down.
child of this new fucking season.
That is too. Fuck, not the last.
Ting!
Well, no, actually, nah.
Also, I'd just like to point out that they probably had to change their fucking ink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
after Burt comes to town because all these pictures are heavily
Well,
black.
they're all pretty. I worked out. Even the color ones are pretty shitty. So I think there was something wrong with the library's printer. So.
Yeah, it's a library printer.
Yeah, I mean that'd probably be it. So,
Could have just went to fucking Domain. George to fucking print them out there.
All right, next time I know.
How much are your prints?
Nothing. That's print stuff.
Nothing.
Shit. I spent like fucking $8.
Oh, shit.
I put 5 on, printed out the first lot of stuff, and ran out of money, so I had to put more.
Ran out of money. Hey man,
This is why I don't have fucking food and plates. So they believe that what had happened was the 4 in the barn.
like that?
Wait. No, yeah, I forgot the mother was also in the barn apparently. Both Kaziyas.
Okay.
both
Yeah.
Kazias.
Apparently missed that
So
bit.
there was mum, dad, and daughter in there, wasn't there?
And also her daughter.
Mum, dad, daughter,
and then
granddaughter.
Yeah.
That's
So they
the
believe that the 4 in the barn were let out one at a time and killed.
Who was
Before
still,
the
who was still
killer-
in the house?
The baby and the maid. The baby was in Victoria's room in his
It
crib,
was Colonel Mustard.
and the maid was killed in the bedroom. I
With the
believe
fucking
in a bed,
pickaxe
but
with
I'm
a
not
flat
sure.
end on it.
So they believe the killer or killers went inside to kill the other
I
2.
love the killers.
It is also believed that 7-year-old Kazuya survived her attack and lay alive beside her dead family for hours. And they believe this because there were clumps of her hair that had been ripped from the scalp in her hands when they found her.
So she was still alive.
They believe she survived the initial attack, was dumped with the rest, and then was so stressed out she was ripping hair from her head.
So she's dead.
She died eventually. Yes.
Well, now she is.
Before they found her.
Yeah, before they got there. Which I mean, it was 5 days.
Hey, she survived. Like the killer that she died
For
of.
4 minutes.
Before stress killed
may
her.
not have been very long.
High blood pressure.
Stress pulled her
She
own
was
hair out.
If there's
7 and
anything
got
I know
hit with
about
a
the
tool.
20s, it was the fucking the dead diets, high blood pressure.
I'll tell you what though,
Diabetes.
like, she was 7 years old and she fucking held on. That was a brave little girl.
For how long, but
Hours, they believe, for the amount of time, like how much hair had been pulled and
that's
stuff.
nothing.
Just shit all over this dead 7-year-old.
That doesn't impress me.
Little bitch.
Little basic bitch.
I mean, it's sad that she's dead and all, but that doesn't impress me. You're gonna have to do better than that.
It is then believed the killer or killers continued to live in the house for days after due to the fact that animals had been cared for and smoke had been seen from the chimney after they were
Would you
killed.
fucking bother? Or they're just like, we live here now.
Like, apparently, well,
My
until
house.
the other people turned up, I suppose. But
Well, they would have been left before then. They were just like, we're just going to take care of this house
Unless
for
they
4
saw
and a
them
half
coming.
days. I saw them coming.
they were like, well, search party, fucking book
off.
it.
Out the back door.
Now,
Let's
Quick,
fucking book
everyone
it.
walk backwards through the stairs. No, they can't see us.
I think
Back
it
into
was
the
also
forest, everyone,
commented
let's
that there
go.
were footprints found in the attic, but I'm not 100% sure. I couldn't find the article to mention that again, so. He might have also found other footprints, which, you know, I would have left the house at that point.
Oh, my knees.
But yeah, more than 100 suspects were investigated, though none proved any solid leads.
How many?
Over 100.
How many people live in this fucking town?
Well, there's
How
like
many
the farm,
people
then there's
didn't
a
like
town,
this
then
family?
there's a town.
So they were right in the middle of 2 towns.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who didn't like this family? There's 100 people. Were
We're
like,
about to
How
get
many
into
enemies
this.
did they
We had
fucking have?
3 suspects out of over 100.
okay.
Well, we narrowed it down, boys
Well,
and girls.
I mean, the first one's kind of vague. It could have been most of the hundreds. So the first suspect,
Was town A.
number 1, town B.
Town to the left.
Um,
Second, town B.
Yeah.
So the
First,
first
the neighbour.
Yeah.
First suspect,
There's an inside.
vagrants.
Gypsies.
Damn vagrants. So
Vagabonds.
that's. Well, I'm not going to do that joke because it won't fit for the show.
Good.
Feeling it matches my new haircut too much. Police initially suspected that it was the work of travelling vagrants, as they were common in the area at the time, and it wasn't ridiculous to many that they could do such a thing because people really didn't like vagrants.
Yeah.
They typically distrust them, not fans.
That's probably a reason if they're going around killing people living in their houses.
Well, I mean, supposedly.
No.
There was not confirmed. Like, most vagrants, I don't know if they were just doing that.
Oh,
Otherwise,
that's confirmed.
there'd be
No.
more vagrants
Roll the clip.
than
Confirmed.
Germans. What clip?
Case solved.
The thing from Mythbusters where the thing spins round and it's like, confirmed.
Ah,
No, the thing from the first season where it just said like case solved.
solved. Oh.
Nazis.
I was gonna have to try and find that
Vagrants.
episode about the chicks who come to fucking Neo's house and murder him. Or make him, like, do stuff. What was that movie called?
The Matrix.
With the chick who gets naked in the new Blade Runner. And Ryan Gosling has sex with her even though she's a hologram because she hires a prostitute and then inhabits the same body. It's a good movie.
What the fuck happened?
It's the new Blade Runner. Anywho, so we.
Nope.
You find out who the fuck what the other movie was.
What movie?
You start, you start talking about Blade Runner.
Police, however, ruled out vagrants as there were no valuables taken from the house. You usually expect homeless people would probably take
They'd
stuff.
ransack.
I
the
mean,
place
if you're
before
gonna
they-
murder people, I'd be taking this stuff as well.
I'd be taking.
Yeah, you wouldn't just be like, I'm just going to do this for
Yeah,
chicks
kill
in a
these
house
people.
for a couple of days.
Yeah, and live here for a few days, and then we're just gonna bounce.
Yeah,
Better
like,
feed
it'd
their
be
pets.
weird.
Yeah,
Unless
keep
they saw
everything
the party
going.
coming and they were like, fucking now,
We gotta go.
we don't have
But I
time.
still feel like some things would be missing.
Yeah,
I'd just
you
be
would
taking everything that's not bolted.
Because apparently there was
and bringing
a
it back
fair
out.
amount of cash in the house in plain view. Like, it wasn't like they hid it away. It would have been pretty obvious, like, oh, cash.
Like there's got fucking $100
And even if it was in the way,
all over
like,
the bed and shit.
you got like 4 days to fucking search a house. So, like, what else are you gonna do? It's fucking 1922. You've just murdered a whole family.
Well, they're too busy because they're trying to keep the fucking farm going.
Yeah,
the
that's true.
fire lit.
Well, I mean, it's 1920, you've killed 4 people, you probably want to have a shower, they don't exist.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're in Germany, so it's probably cold as fuck.
Die if you had a shower. It's freeze. It was basically
These pictures
cryogenics.
just look like fucking cold.
Yeah.
And just the house looks cold.
Yeah, it does like even.
And they said snow.
Yeah.
So it
Footprints
was
in the
snowing
snow.
at the time.
It was snowing at
So
the
then we get on
time.
to suspect number 2, LORENZ SCHLITTENBAUER.
The neighbor!
Dun, dun.
It was
Schlitz.
the neighbor!
So old Schlitty.
Wow. Chicken schlitty.
So old Schlitty Basically, so yeah, Victoria's husband had been declared KIA in World War One, and had later started a relationship with neighbor LORENZ. They got along quite well, apparently. The two planned to marry, though her father Andre stepped in. Both Victoria and LORENZ claimed Joseph was their child.
Ooh.
Because there was never like no way. There was no like Maury to go on and be like, "You are the father."
This is fucking Days of Our Lives, right?
It pretty much is. So they were both like, "Nah, this is our kid." Like, and then they were like, "We're gonna get married," and we was like, "No, I don't like this LORENZ guy. He lent me his gun, but I don't like him."
Don't like him. He lent me his gun. He fucked my daughter.
I still haven't given his gun back, by the way. I should probably get back onto that.
I'm dead now.
But that's a good point. Like, there is still a gun in the house too. Like, people got murdered
killed
with a
fucking
pickaxe,
pickaxe.
and he had a gun.
Yeah.
That's a detail to remember about this.
It is.
And it is pointed out, yeah.
Whose fingerprints were on the gun? Do we have that?
They didn't do fingerprints.
What the fuck kind of timeline is this?
You know, literally the first forensics was someone got murdered by a shovel, and so they had everyone in town bring out their shovels and waited for flies to land on one of them.
What the fuck?
That was the beginning of forensics.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it was just like flies landing on
What
one
if it
shovel like, it
accidentally
was
landed on
you!
your shovel and you had nothing to do with it? And you're
Yeah,
like,
no.
what the fuck?
Heck, I've been shoveling shit all day long.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, my shovel's in the shop. So, it's because I
Sorry, mate.
busted it over somebody's head and I had to get it fixed.
It's in the shovel shop. Which we have at these times because everyone's got a shovel.
Old Shane, the shovel shop owner.
That's it.
No. Shane the Shovel Man.
Shane the shovel owner.
Shovelman Shane. So those in the initial search party also said that LORENZ had a bit of weird behaviour. A little bit odd. So,
He used to kill people.
he knew
Live
the
in their houses.
farm kind of well, like a little bit too well.
little bit too
Although it was explained that like he was dating the daughter, like he might have been there before.
Dating the daughter, he was, he fucked her.
Yeah.
He was their neighbour.
Yeah, like
He
there's
was
a few
landing on
reasons he might
guns.
know the farm. So it's not that surprising. But then he was a little bit nonchalant in his behaviour when he was like they found the bodies, and he was a little bit too okay with touching the bodies apparently. Like he didn't seem disgusted at all. He was also the person that gave Andre the gun. But police interviewed him and kind of worked out like it's not entirely unlikely that he would be okay. Like shock might have set in, so he might just like have blanked out and just been like touching body, like not thinking about it. So he could have just gone in that state, and they really couldn't get much out of him to really be like it was him. They were just like
He
we
just
got
blacked
no
out and
lead
started
to.
touching bodies.
Pretty much, basically.
That's what happens when I black out. Just like, ooh, feel this dead
Hello.
person right now.
But that leads us on to our third suspect,
Here we go.
KARL Gabriel.
Ooh, a new player in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel was Victoria's dead husband.
What the fuck?
Supposedly
From
killed,
the war?
Supposedly killed in France during World War One.
No!
Get fucked.
Many theorize he may have in fact survived the war.
Yes.
And walked home.
So this theory,
By the time he got there, she'd moved on, so he killed everyone.
so this theory claims that he eventually returned to the farm only to discover that she had had another son with another man, or had a son with another man,
The gall.
and so killed them all in a rage. Because yeah, like Joseph was 2 years old, and that was like definitely too young.
That's why his daughter survived, because he's like, I can't do it, but he kind of smacked her on the head already.
Still already. I was
He's like, oh,
shit.
fuck.
I can't kill him.
this
I
is
did
leaving
hit her in the
me.
head, though.
Yeah.
Um,
Run.
The only problem with that is many of his fellow soldiers claim we saw him get shot.
Yeah, his head
And-
exploded like a
yeah.
fucking grape.
And so the police pretty much believe the soldiers. They were like, they wouldn't really have any reason to lie about that specific detail.
But also they're German soldiers, so kind of have a lot of reasons to lie about a
They're
lot
only-
of
They
things.
do lie
They're
about
only, they're only
things.
German at this point, though. They're not Nazis.
No, they were still bad guys in World War
I
One.
know, but they're still
Just mostly
Germans.
because we fought against them. But
Yeah.
With the spiky hats and stuff.
yeah, awesome. So, but then
From this Simpsons episode where they're all like, everyone's celebrating, and the German's like, yeah!
Ah!
but now we get into the ringer.
And what?
Fourth theory.
Oh my
No!
Dun, dun.
Is it a Burt original?
Bonus round.
Well, it's a little bit original. It's not much.
I made this
detail.
up myself.
I did.
It was Adolf Hitler.
So there is another fact
Rat
that
poison.
could both add motive to LORENZ and KARL, and also possibly suggest another situation.
Okay.
So, in 1915, Andre and his daughter Victoria were both convicted of incest. Andre.
Everyone was like,
No.
So Andre was convicted for 1 whole year, while Victoria got 1 month.
Like in
That's fucking-
prison?
Yeah, they went to
How
prison.
come she only got a month?
Maybe
Because she got
because she was
incessant-
the daughter, they suspected that he kind of forced it. She was not as willing a participant.
Bullshit. This is fucking
No.
sexist.
How long ago before
Women!
this was they were like...
This was 7 years.
Okay, so this is... So
And I'm
wait,
also pretty
wait,
sure...
does that mean that because the daughter was 7 years old, is the daughter hit the father's? Is that why did she have superhuman retard
It
strength?
should be noted that that is not mentioned, and she was with a husband at the time of this. So it's very possible both children were the fathers.
That's fucked
And he's
up.
like, you know what?
many
I've
people-
got me daughter pregnant.
this is
I'm
the-
naming after me actual wife.
Many people in the area actually only believe that Joseph was both their child. But yeah, like technically, like I mean, if they got convicted in 1915, they could have been doing it before that anyway.
Shit lines up.
Yeah, it could have well been fucking both
I
children.
mean, you gotta be pretty unlucky to get caught the first time you incest your daughter.
That's a new shirt.
Please, no one buy that shirt. I seriously want to see no one own that shirt.
That's an awesome quote,
That's such a good quote. It was also rumored by neighbors that Victoria was not their first child, that Andre and Kazia had several other children before her, but his violent tendencies had stopped them making it to adulthood. But it was never proven,
So he beat the shit out of his own kids and killed them.
basically. And then it's also believed that Andre, or maybe even Victoria, might have murdered the family themselves and then killed themselves with the medic. But
That's a really
How
hard
the fuck do
thing
you
to
kill yourself with a pickaxe?
that's the one where they're like, doesn't seem likely, seems a bit of a weird one, but
No.
it's a theory someone done.
No. Into the wall, headbutt. Done.
Was it stuck in the wall?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think it was.
Sorry, I can't fucking see. Actually, it looks better there.
My evidence is a bit low.
Like, man, you can see the other body. You can actually see the other body.
I
Probably
can!
better than
There it
the
is!
first
There!
one.
You can see the feet.
Give me that fucking picture. What kind of optical illusion is this? This is bullshit.
No, it's all like
I can see it there,
Yeah, but
but when I look at the fucking thing, I
Nothing.
can't make it out.
it's the magic of television.
That's fucked up.
It's probably in the black bit over here.
Yeah.
Stuck on the wall.
That's it.
That is, the case of the...
Or is it like a gun? Like if
the-
you just line up both of your heads and
Yeah.
swing through both.
Don't follow through. It's like a real good goal shot. Come back around and
Funk. That's the Hinterkaifeck murders. So who do you think might have done it from the evidence given?
The zombie husband.
Zombie husband?
Back from the
husband?
war.
Yep. Yeah.
Shot in the head and he's just like...
I mean, I will give, like, for that theory, there is, like, some things of, like, if anyone is going to be living in a house before they murder a family, hiding away, then murder a family and continue living there, it's gonna be like a dead husband.
Somebody that used to live
Like, yeah, it's gonna be someone who knows the place and, like, knows how to get around.
up close and personal with like a pickaxe is a crime of passion.
That was my other thing. I thought about this today, like...
If you shoot somebody, it's like, I don't want to see this happen, I don't want to get
Yeah,
my hands dirty.
like
Done.
killing one person with a pickaxe is an ordeal. It's not an easy way to do it. It's
Killing
not
an
the
entire
simplest
family.
weapon
And then
to
Fit,
use.
like a
child.
soldier wouldn't
Yeah.
fit.
Yeah, killing 2 children, one of which might be your fucking father-in-law's, the other is your neighbor's, and you're
Yeah.
like, well, fuck this.
Like, it's a fucking that's a way to do it. Like, that is, yeah, someone was
Yeah.
really wanting them dead.
Neighbor children his, worked out that the first one was his father-in-law's and went, fuck, you're disgusting, killed it. Other one went, hey, that's my neighbor's kid, fuck that guy. Killed it as well.
Well, you saw my
pin it
face,
on
we
him,
just-
Yeah.
that's it.
I could totally see that being a thing.
And then be like,
I mean-
I got boost.
Yeah, and then, so yeah, months to sneak off, but yeah.
Dead
I said-
Nazi husband.